Hi, everyone. Coach Eli here. And once again today, there's going to be no fancy intro, no fancy graphics. We're going to get right to it because once again today, I'm going to be updating you folks on something very, very important that's been happening here to me on my channel by a bunch of other YouTubers. There's just a lot of stuff going on that is affecting my right to free enterprise. And I felt the need to update you folks with the latest. As you notice on the thumbnail states, this lawsuit is no joke. One more time, this lawsuit is no joke. Now, before I get into it, if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing, obviously, and then bang the bell so you get all notifications. You're going to have no idea what's going on. If you want to know exactly what's going on, so I don't have to repeat myself here and other people that already know the story to this point, which is what I'm trying to say, don't have to hear it again. You want to go back and watch the last 3 videos on my channel. If you go back 3 videos ago, I did a live stream last week regarding a lawsuit I am filing against a company called Texas Caregiver Support Services that has been paying creators out here large donations to specifically attack me and defame my character, destroy my brand, and harm my right to free enterprise. So I don't have to explain everything all over again here in this video. Please go back 3 videos ago to a live stream replay. I think it was about an hour and a half long. Now, after you watch that live stream, there are going to be 2 other pre-recorded videos that are about 30 minutes each that will share more about this story. And then you can come back and watch the rest of this video here. So if this is your first time here, go back and watch the 3 previous videos so you know what's going on. And that way you can leave off, at this point and know exactly what is going on. With that being said, before I update you folks on the latest regarding this lawsuit and what's happened since the last video I did a few days ago, I want to mention one creator out there that I wasn't going to mention, but I'm going to do it because I just received a threatening email from him, and I wanted to go public on this and mention it. This is coming from the Haters Inc. channel. Some of you out there may know about this channel. Some of you probably don't. It is a new channel. It's been around just for a little while, maybe a few months. It has about 140 subscribers on it. And basically, what this guy does, he's a former Marine, I believe, and he goes out there into this drama sphere I used to be involved with and just does hateful reaction videos that are very derogatory, defamatory, and it really, in my opinion, it's really a waste of server space, to be quite honest with you. Now, the reason why I am bringing him up, and sir, the reason why I'm bringing you up, because I don't want to give you any clout. I didn't want to bring you up because I don't want to give you any clout, and I don't want you eating off my plate, but I have no choice but to mention this to raise public awareness of what you are doing to me. So it was a few days ago, this Haters Inc. creator did a live stream where he put my name in his title. This was about the 5th or 6th video he's done on me. So he's done plenty of other videos off of me trying to incite me to react and feed into it and give him more content because that's the type of content that he has. And I actually went into his live stream chat and I made him aware that I'm going to flag you for copyright if you use any of my content. It's okay if you use small clips under fair use to critique my work with constructive criticism, but you use large portions of my work, sir, like other people do. And if you use more than a certain amount, then it's no longer considered fair use because you're taking people away from watching those videos on my channel. So what did I end up doing a few days later? I believe it was yesterday or the day before, I filed a DNCA copyright takedown notice on that stream that he did, and his channel went down. Now, he created a hateful response video to me. He's not able to stream right now because his copyright was filed on a live stream. And whenever you file a copyright that's approved on a live stream, that creator is not able to live stream for 90 days, but they can still upload pre-recorded videos. So he uploaded a 4 or 5 minute pre-recorded video, and he called it, "It's now time to bury Eli." He put a derogatory word before that many people have called me out here before, but I'm not going to mention that. It's time to bury Eli. Interestingly enough, the person that I'm suing, Texas Caregiver Support Services, aka Wise Night Owl, which is his YouTube username, and his name is Brian, made a comment in that comment section and stated, "Great work. May I send you a PayPal donation?" And I went there, I hovered over channel name, verified it was actually Brian. And Brian, by the way, if you're watching, I did take all of those screenshots and I put them on the website I've created to raise awareness about what you're doing out here to hurt my business while running a caregiving business per se, right? So what ended up happening, right before I started recording this video, I'm recording this video at 9:55 p.m. Pacific time, which is 12:55 a.m. Eastern time, on Monday, September 21st. Literally, right before I started recording this, I received a very, very hateful and threatening email from Haters Inc., threatening to sue me and to come after me if I don't retract that copyright. And he stated that I'm a former Marine. I actually have attorneys. You don't have attorneys, and I'm going to sue you if you don't do it. Well, sir, first of all, you have no idea what's going on in my personal life, and you don't really know me at all. You inserted yourself into something that you have no idea you're getting into. I've been involved with these people, even though I haven't wanted to be involved with these people, for 3.5, almost 4 years. So if you don't think I understand how these people work and how the YouTube game works out here, sir, you're out of your mind. You're playing in a league that you have no clue what's going to happen or what's going on. I'm stating the facts. You're a very inexperienced YouTuber. And also, sir, your ego is cashing checks. Your ego's writing checks your body can't cash. I screwed that Top Gun line up. Your ego's writing checks your body can't cash. You made a threatening email to me, sir, threatening me to retract the copyright, or you're going to sue me and do some other harmful things and continue to attack me and harass me. Well, sir, let me tell you something. I'm not fazed by your email, and I'm not going to retract the copyright. And sir, let me tell you this. If you want to go ahead and sue me, go right ahead. Because first of all, you have no idea what I struck you down for. You legitimately violated my intellectual property. If you think hard enough, maybe you'll figure out what I filed your copyright strike on. Now, when YouTube sends you the copyright takedown notice and telling you that you have a strike on your channel, they don't tell you specifically what you violated. They just say that, there's been infringement reported on this link, and you have to figure it out on your own. So first of all, sir, if you're going to sue me for something that I have a feeling you're going to sue me for, when that's not the reason why I took you down for copyright, you're going to automatically lose. And secondly, sir, if you understand the copyright system and how there's a big flaw in copyright law, there is no small claims court for copyright cases. So in essence, sir, you would have to sue me in a federal copyright court, which would cost you tens of thousands of dollars, at least, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars. And is this really worth it to you, sir? It's not. I invite you personally to file a lawsuit against me. I will file a countersuit on you, and we'll just see how it goes. But I'm not scared of you. I'm not threatened by you. Look, I've been threatened by every single person out here. I've dealt with people that are 100 times worse than you are, sir, and I've learned how to handle myself. So, sir, unless you have something more to come at me than what you just, came at me with, then, I would suggest that you back down, because you have no idea who you're dealing with. And I'm not threatening you or anyone. I'm saying I'm dealing with people legally. I do have an attorney. And if I have to defend myself or countersue you with my attorney, I will be glad to do that. My advice to you is to stop clout chasing, create your own content. I want nothing to do with you. I give you no permission to use my content. Now, you have the right to use anyone's content, with small clips, maybe a minute or two long, as long as you do commentary on them. What you don't have the right to do is take half of someone's video or their entire video and say it's fair use just because you made commentary along the way. Sir, I am a monetized channel. And when you play my entire video or half of my video, you're taking viewers and money out of my pocket. So yes, you are infringing. So if I was you, I'd brush up on copyright law and understand what it takes to actually sue someone for copyright. It requires you to sue them in a federal court, sir. Best of luck. That's all you're ever going to get from me. I'm never going to speak about you again. I'm not going to allow you to clout chase me, and I'm not scared of you, dude. So nice try. Do what you got to do. And I'm going to do what I have to do. Okay. So now, let's move on to the lawsuit that I've been talking about for the last 3 videos here on my channel. Again, like I mentioned, a guy by the name of Brian, who is the owner of Texas Caregiver Support Services, who also goes by the YouTube user and channel name of Wise Night Owl, has paid many creators, out here on YouTube, large amounts of money, thousands of dollars per week, $4,000 to $5,000 per month each, with the stipulation that they have to create hateful content on me, to attack me, to destroy my brand, and to harm my right to free enterprise. Okay. Now, I've done many streams where there was a deal that was attempted to be made by one of the largest creators that he sponsors, a guy by the name of Jamie, who runs a Like and Theory channel. If you go back a few videos ago, you'll see the video where I said no. I believe it was the last video I did a couple days ago. I said no deal. You'll hear about that. But today, I did some more digging, and I kind of knew this person was also sponsored by Brian and Texas Caregiver Support Services, but I didn't really look into him that deeply until now, because now I'm looking at every single person that Brian has sponsored and what they've done because of his sponsorship. And I'm here to do whatever I can to get that content removed and to add that to my case. So today, I'm going to be talking about someone that goes by the name of MJ. I'm not going to mention his last name. It starts with a B. I'm going to call him MJ. And MJ, I'm sure you're watching this. I did comment on your channels. I believe one is, Ghost something Productions. I cannot remember. Ghost Dog Productions, I think is what it's called. And then you have another Tunes something channel. I can't remember, where you created 10 videos of me, 10 cartoon videos of me to try to parody me. MJ, here's where you made a big mistake, okay? Unlike what Jamie and you did with the regular videos, your version of the videos of the cartoon of me, you actually used audio from my YouTube videos. You sped up the audio, but you're still using my audio, which is my intellectual property. And number 2, when you showed the cartoon version of me, you put my real name, Coach Eli, Elias, Melas, underneath the cartoon. So you see, you're going to try to claim this is fair use and that this is parody and that you're not infringing upon my intellectual property. But the fact that you used my actual full name, okay, within the video, but more importantly, you used my actual audio from my live streams and videos, and you sped it up to use as the audio while the cartoon was speaking. As I was saying what I was saying. So you violated my intellectual property. And what I'm here to let you know, MJ, is that, like I commented on your channels and made you aware, I'm going to give you a few hours, and I'm sure you're going to watch this video as soon as it's released. I'm going to give you a few hours to not put those videos on private, but to delete them. I have all the links to those videos. So I'm going to give you a few hours to delete those videos, because if you do not, I'm going to file DMCA copyright takedown notices on all of them. And let me tell you something, 3 strikes and you're out. I'm giving opportunity, MJ, to do the right thing and walk away from this. In addition, MJ, okay, I'm going to be naming you in this lawsuit with Wise Night Owl Brian, aka the owner of Texas Caregiver Support Services, unless MJ, I'm going to try to throw out, the same lifeline to you. I'm going to try to, throw you a bone just like I did with Jamie. And I'm going to try to give you a free pass, which is what I'm trying to say. Okay? You delete all of those videos and you testify on my behalf on the stipulations of your unwritten contract with Wise Night Owl, and I won't come after you legally for violating my intellectual property. So I'm willing to give you a free pass, MJ. And I'm not kidding, bro. I'm not kidding. You guys think that I'm joking here. I'm really not. I've had enough of this. I'm tired of people stealing my content and making money off of my content because someone that came into a lot of money has paid all of you to do this. You see, MJ, Jamie, JB Gunner, and anyone else is sponsored, even you, Craig, with, Dr. Computer Shop number 2. You see, all of you would not be taking the time and making the effort to share or create videos on me if you weren't getting paid. You might make an occasional video of me, but you wouldn't be coming at me all day, every day if you weren't sponsored to do so with such a large amount of money. So again, I'm speaking about you today, MJ, that I'm giving you a chance to walk away from this scot-free, but you got to do the right thing. And don't let your ego get to you, man, because if you let your ego get to you and you say, F you, Eli, then you're going to be named in this lawsuit and you're going to be sitting over on the defendant's side with Brian and Jamie and many other people unless they do the right thing. I'm not joking, dude. Now, MJ, like I said a few minutes ago, I don't believe that your name is MJ and your last name starts with a B. I don't believe that's your real name. I'll tell you why. You know why. Because I tried to run a background check on you because I'm legally allowed to run a background check on people that are harming me so I can find them, serve them, and sue them to protect myself and my rights. So number one, I think that the MJB name you're using online is not your real identity. And that's a smart move, man, because obviously, you don't want to have any repercussion for the actions that you're doing, right? And it was interesting to me, MJ. I went to go and look up your LinkedIn profile. I did a Google search on your name, on the name that you use out here, right? And I tried to find your LinkedIn profile, and you had me blocked. You know how I know that? I have a secondary backup LinkedIn account for situations like this. So why do you and, Brian, Wise Night Owl, Texas Caregiver Support Services have me blocked on many social media platforms, MJ? That's quite interesting to me, right? But what did I do? I went to your Ghost Doc Production channels. I saw that you had your email there, and I guess that you purchased the domain ghostdocproductions.com. I then took that and did a who is on it, for the domain registrant, to try to find your information. And guess what? You paid to have your address information that's typically attached to the who is information because you don't want people to find you. So you're hiding, MJ. Good job. So far, so good. So far, you're a good criminal, MJ. So far, you're a good criminal. It's all right. It's all right, but we're going to find you. Stick around. We're going to find you. Now, so after that, I took your email, I tried to run a background check with that email. Nothing came up. I searched your MJ and your full last name that you use online that starts with a B, which I don't think is your real name. I put MJ and then your last name into a background report. And I know roughly what area you're in. I believe it's Minnesota, if I remember correctly. And nothing came up. Started looking further on Google, and nothing came up. So here's the thing, MJ. I think you're trying to hide, man. I think before you got involved with all this stuff, I think you did a good job to create a different online identity to hide who you really are, to protect yourself from your unlawful behavior. So that way we can't hold you accountable, right? But here's the thing, MJ, let me make this very clear. There are other people that have harmed me in unlawful ways. that were hard to find, and we found them. Mark my words. This is not a threat. This is just a statement here saying that I'm going to find you for legal purposes, and I'm going to serve you. And you're going to be required to show up in a court of law to defend yourself against my allegations. If you want to do the right thing, MJ, remove all those videos. Don't put them to private. Remove them, delete them. I have all the links in a Word file, and I will check those links. They need to be deleted. If you delete all of those videos on both your channels, Ghost Dog Productions and that Toon channel, whatever it's called, right? And then you agree to testify on my behalf to share the unwritten stipulations of your contract with Texas Caregiver Support Services, I'll give you a free pass. If not, then you're going to be dealing with me legally as well, because you have violated my intellectual property and you have harmed my right to free enterprise. You've been in bed with Jamie doing the same thing, and both of you have been in bed getting paid by Wise Night Owl Brian, aka Texas Caregiver Support Services. Now let me see. We are at 20 minutes here. Let me see. What else do I have to discuss here today? I'm going to make an interesting comment here because I've kind of stepped away from my regular content here on my channel. It will be back soon because this is something that I have to do to raise public awareness and to communicate with these people, because they won't communicate with me in normal ways that normal business owners would communicate through. I can't reach them by phone, can't reach them by email. So I have to put it out there this way to at least try to work something out with them. And they're not willing to work anything out. So my apologies for anyone out there that is not here for this content. But regardless, this is a very interesting story because many YouTubers have gone through what I've gone through, and they've had to work through this so that way they can move on and actually run their channel and make their channel successful, with their actual content, not this BS drama content that I really wish I didn't have to create. I really wish I didn't have to create this. But for the people in this entire, drama sphere group that I've no longer been a part of, I used to be a part of you folks when I thought you were decent people, and I withdrew because I realized that these are just not the right type of people for my business and my brand and my channel. What I've noticed lately, it's been very, very quiet. It's been like a morgue. Not a lot of people are talking. Now, the honest truth, folks, is that I'm dealing with a lot of different people at once legally. It's not just the Brian, aka owner of Texas Caregiver Support Services lawsuit I've been dealing with. I've been dealing with some other people that have been attacking me and harassing me and defaming my character legally and other aspects. And there's just a lot going on. And I've got to say, I've noticed a shift. And I'll tell you why I've noticed a shift. I'm going to come out here and say this for anyone out here that may be going through something like this. It's all about how you handle it. It's all about what you allow to get to you and what you don't allow to get to you. And I'm going to make this very clear. I have learned to not let these people get to me anymore, no matter how hard they keep coming at me. Because I'm one that believes in karma having no deadline. I'm also one that believes you mess with the bull, you will get the horns. I'm one that believes handling things maturely, professionally, and within the legal limits of the law is the best way to handle it. And keeping your shit together, keeping it together and not getting triggered. I used to come out here years ago and get triggered on these panels, and I didn't even realize that these people were going to take that content and spin their own narrative on it and try to destroy my character on that. Folks, I'll share one thing. If you're someone that's planning on being a new YouTuber, never, ever, ever get triggered on a live stream panel. Never, ever, ever put out a video that, people can, split out of context and try to ruin your name with it. I've learned that the hard way. But, going back to the current day right now that I'm recording this video, I'm very proud to say I have toughened up, and nothing that anyone does to me out here affects me anymore. And if you all want to keep coming at me, that's on you. Do what you got to do, but I'm going to do what I have to do. But the most important thing is this: it doesn't get to me anymore. What's been done is done. I'll mention one more thing about you, Haters Inc. What you don't understand is that all these people that you're now doing content on through this drama sphere, including me, have already, dissected everything about everyone 100 times. So it's old news. What you're trying to do, Haters Inc., is regurgitate old content, right? And you're trying to create a name off of that, man. Look, if you're a former Marine, man, why don't you create content on what it was like to be a Marine and what your experiences were like being a Marine, and what did you learn from being a Marine and how it made you, well, I was going to say how it made you a better person, but look what you're doing, man. Instead of creating positive content out here to help people, you come out here, create a channel called Haters Inc., and you're like a negative Nelly, man. That's all you are, is a negative Nelly, man. And I believe you're a married man and you have kids, right? I believe you're a married man and you have kids. What does your family think about this, dude? Or do you just do this like, do you step away from your family to do these hate streams, dude? Like, it's pathetic, dude. Seriously, it's pathetic, man. But anyway, we are at 26 minutes. I'm going to start wrapping this video up here. Brian, let me wrap up by saying this. See, here's the thing, Brian. You continue to go out there and, comment on channels that do hateful videos of me, and you publicly offer them money. And you're doing that because you're trying to trigger me, right, Brian? You see, Brian, the more that you do that, the more evidence you give to me, not only to put up on my website and share that with everyone that you're affiliated with in your area as a public service announcement, right? Public safety announcement, in my opinion. But you're also giving me more evidence to present against you in the court of law. Now, you know what you've done to violate me, but you're thinking that I'm not going to sue you, Brian. You think that I'm bluffing. You think I'm full of it. Like I told you, Brian, in the last video, I have an attorney that is going to take this case on a contingency basis. So the money's not going to be an issue, Brian. But see, Brian, you're the kind of person that until you get sued and you have those papers that you're getting sued, you're not going to talk until that point. Let me tell you this, Brian. Within a few weeks or so, those papers will be coming your way. I've already started the filing process, right? It takes time to file everything. It takes time to share all the information with my attorney and to get everything filed with the courts, but you're going to get those papers. And once you get those papers and you know this is real, Brian, at that point, you're going to want to reach out and make a deal. And if you don't want to make a deal, Brian, then you're going to go to court for a $5 million lawsuit. And I'm going to subpoena every single creator that you sponsored to testify. And if they lie, they're going to be perjuring themselves, including you. If you lie, you're going to be perjuring yourself. And by the way, one more thing I want to mention regarding my website. Some of you, I mentioned this the other day, but some of you must not have heard that part of my stream. I've had some issues with my website lately regarding HTTPS. My secured sockets layer certificate to make my website secure has had issues, working properly on my web hosting provider servers. I did reach out to them again today, and they told me that more than likely the issue should be solved by tomorrow, and your website should be working normally. Now, like I mentioned in my last video, some people can access it from their mobile device or their laptop, one or the other. Some people can access it from both. Some people can't access it at all. It just depends where you're at and, what your device settings are to handle, these types of situations. Some people are getting, this site is insecure, or is not secured. This site may be a fake site or whatever. It is not a fake site. There is something wrong with my secured certificate on my site. The secured certificate is what makes your site go from HTTP to HTTPS. Basically, when you have HTTPS security on your website, any information that you send to or receive from that server is encrypted during transit. That's what it does. So my site is not a fake site, and there's nothing wrong with the site besides an issue of my web hosting provider not being able to properly process my certificate, so that way it tells your phone, your laptop, or desktop when you go to my website that it's safe to take you there. So hopefully by tomorrow that is going to be fixed. Once it's totally fixed, I will share the link to the website that I've created to share all the information regarding what Brian, aka Texas Caregiver Support Services, aka Wise Night Owl, has done. And there's a lot of information on there. Everything that Brian has done, there's information on there on the Lichen Theory channel and the 146 videos that they've made of me. The links are there. There are screenshots of Brian going out there to channels that have created hateful content on me and saying, great work, let me send you a PayPal donation. And what I'm going to update by tomorrow, MJ, is I'm going to add you to that site as well on what you've done to actually, be a part of being sponsored by Brian, Wise Night Owl, aka Texas Caregiver. I'm going to add you on there. That website is going to be continuously updated because it's basically also what's building my case. And it's also what I'm going to use once my site is running 100% and this issue is fixed with the HTTPS to reach out to business associates of Brian's business and make them aware that, hey, you may want to, look into this. You're in the caregiving business. This is someone that, may not be a trusted person to do business with. So that is that, folks. We are at 32 minutes, so I'm going to wrap this up. I hope I can get back to doing some regular content tomorrow. I miss doing my regular content, but things keep coming up regarding this situation. I just wanted to update you folks. Look, all I'm going to say is this, I just really wish everyone would just grow up and move on and create their own content. All of you guys had a lot of fun at my expense. And I didn't even realize until now the reason why you guys kept going is because you were getting paid for it. I don't think anyone in their right mind would focus 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, coming at one creator like me for years at a time if they weren't getting paid for it. So the jig is up. Let's just move on, move forward. I'm still going to fight this legally because I'm owed restitution. But I'm just saying, let's not make matters worse. Let me handle this with Brian. All right? So that is that. I'm actually really, really tired of all this stuff. And I'm actually tired. I've had some long days to gather up all the evidence on this on top of everything else that I have to do. But anyway, with that being said, folks, I want to thank you all for taking the time to view this video. Please like, share, subscribe. Whenever there's another update regarding this matter, I'll update you folks. In between that, I will be creating some new regular content here on my channel. If you have any suggestions on topics that you'd like me to do, go in the description and email me at coacheli@coacheli.com. With that being said, have yourselves a great, great day, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.